It's the big one. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Tommy and Grantgo podcast. Are you excited, Grant?
I'm so excited, especially because it has probably been 3 or 4 weeks since me and you have actually done a
Yeah,
podcast
the
together.
holidays happened,
It did. But the
and
nice thing is
they were on like Wednesdays too, weren't they? Which is our recording days.
Thursdays, good
Thursdays.
try.
Uh-huh.
So, um, no, but the nice thing is like listening to all my other podcasts, like of people who are actually famous, like they're
Mhm.
all on break now too. So
Yeah,
like, I'm
yeah.
like, oh,
They
it's
took a break
normal.
too. That's
So,
probably why they record theirs. This is our Game of the Year podcast. Games of the Year podcast, by the way. We're going to talk about our favorite
oh yeah, I guess we
games
should say
of the
that.
year. That's why it's the big one and why we're excited.
Yes, yes, it is our GOTY or
I hate
games of
that
the
phrase,
year.
but
I know that's why I said it. It is our games of the year, and
Mhm.
we do. If you've ever listened to one of like actual video game people and everything, ours is a little bit different
It is
compared to
in a
theirs,
few ways.
and we'll get to that in a minute. But before we do, we always do have to take a quick moment here and just recognize the Superpod Network that we are a part of. Yeah, that's what it's actually called,
Mhm.
Superpod Network.
It's a good name.
Superpodnetwork.com, a group of indie podcasters who do, most of them do focus on video games and that atmosphere and everything. So go ahead, like I said, go to superpodnetwork.com. We are part of it. There's a Discord, all that good stuff. Anything else you want to know about us, email, social media, all that good fun stuff down in the description down below. Either if you're watching on YouTube or listening on whatever podcast you have, it is down below. There you go. Got it out of the way, Tommy. All
You're
yours.
good at
Go
that.
ahead. Go
Good at
ahead and
that.
explain it.
So, how Grant and I do games of the year is different because we don't play as many games as other people. There's a couple things that differentiate us, I guess. We don't like have arguments or discussions or whatever about what games. We don't come to a consensus list. We each have our own separate list because the games that we play are totally different. It's not worth it to try and argue which one's better than another because we likely will have most of these games different between each other, which I like. That means we get to highlight more games, and
Look, I'll just say this: looking at my list,
I think there's only one.
I think there might be two.
I think there's only
One, one for sure. I know.
sure guaranteed.
Yes.
Um, and the other thing that differentiates us is we don't limit ourselves to games that came out in 2025. Any game that we played this year is free reign, whether we played it for the first time, whether we played it for the second, third, fourth time, whatever. As long as it made an impact on us this year and it was important enough that we want to talk about it, it can be on the list. And I've got a few of those as well.
Yeah. So very good job describing that. That's one thing I like, and the big thing why I would say probably the biggest thing why we don't focus just on any game that came out in 2025 is one, we're not filthy rich.
No, that
Like
too.
that's the biggest thing. Like that's it. Like there's no way like we could afford to buy like all the big games that come out and everything. Even with stuff that's on Game Pass. Like I know you still have it now, don't you?
Yeah,
Right?
this was
Game
the
Pass.
year I dropped Game Pass for a month or two, and I was like, I actually own like 6 games.
Yeah, and I actually, with the new price and everything, actually pulled back my subscription
Same.
thing. So like I'm like the middle tier now where we don't get day one anymore. Like we actually have to
Nope.
wait. So yeah. But this is gonna be probably our longest episode we ever do.
Yeah, for
Like it's
sure.
usually our longest one. I think last year I went and looked, it was an hour 20. I
Mhm.
think this year will probably be a little bit shorter because we aren't doing as many honorable mentions.
No, and I
So
think we're going to be quicker this time too. Last year was our first time.
yes, I would agree with that. And honestly, people, we're recording this. It's late. We don't want to be up too much later. We're
That too.
tired. We're old. So, but yeah, let's start. Honorable mentions. There's three that
Mhm.
we picked. Do you want to alternate or do you just want to talk about all three?
Let's just run through all three real quick.
Okay. So you want me to go first?
Um, Another quick thing.
Yes.
If one of us, we're going to order ours from 10 to 1.
Yes.
If one of us mentions a game that is on the other person's list but closer to the top, we will wait until we get to that point
Yes.
so that we can both talk about the game,
Yes.
which I think will only happen once or twice. But
Yep. So,
okay.
and so honorable mention, you want me just to list all three of mine off?
And you can say like one or two
Okay.
sentences.
So my honorable mentions, and no, again, like this isn't 11, 12, 13. I'm
Mhm.
just saying them in any order. Is Fall Guys.
Again,
which
that was your number one
that
last
was
year.
my number one last year. Yes, it was. Fall Guys is basically, if you ever watched the TV series Wipeout, that's literally what it is. With it. I didn't play it as much as last year, and that's why it was only an honorable mention, but still very enjoyable to me. Another one was Coffee Golf, which is a
that was
mobile
another
one.
Yeah.
That one was in my top 10 last year. I do remember that. Just a simple little mobile golfing game. If you've never checked out Coffee Golf, I cannot recommend it enough. I would highly.
Yeah, I've been playing it for 2 years straight now.
Yeah, and it's literally what, 2 minutes of your time, maybe.
Yeah, at most.
You can do more with it,
And I still love it.
Yeah, and that's what we do. And then the last one is Overthrown, which is it was on Game Pass, and basically it was early access, and the best way I can describe it is like
you told me about this one.
medieval like city builder, but very cartoonish, is what I'm going to say. So basically, you are I'm just going to say king or queen. I can't remember what the main character is. And basically you start building a little civilization, and you got to build up your stuff because every like 3 or 4 days, bandits come to try to overthrow you.
Just like real life.
Yep. So it's just the whole thing. And they've actually built on it. And I actually want to get back into it because they've added way more stuff. Like they showed the skill tree that could eventually happen with it. And that's why I didn't put in my top 10 because it wasn't quite there for me to fully play. Sure. But yeah, those are my 3.
Those are good
honorable
picks.
mentions. Yes.
Honorable mentions. Yep. My honorable mentions. First is Borderlands, the first Borderlands. I played that a bunch on Steam Deck this year. It's the looter shooter that started the trend of all looter shooters. Tons of guns. It was tons of fun. I played the first area to completion. I did every quest in that area, and then I got burnt out because I spent so much time in that first area. But it was a ton of fun. Eternal Strands. Do you remember Eternal Strands, Grant?
Yes. I didn't play enough for this one.
That's exactly why it's on my honorable mentions. I loved everything it was doing, but I was like, I don't have time for it. And I didn't have time for it. I moved on to other things, but I really, really liked, I don't even know how you describe that game. It's like a Shadow of the Colossus kind of but it's run-based sort of, where you go into an open world and just complete missions.
I think I only
fantasy themed.
And remind me, did you get at the beginning of it, you kind of you get to an area, like a temple area or something, like you have to go into. I think is that when you meet the main core?
Yeah.
That's when I stopped. I didn't play anything after that.
I got into some exploration stuff.
Okay, see, I didn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it did a lot of really neat things. I'm surprised it wasn't bigger than it was. The last one, Destiny Rising, the mobile version of Destiny. I played a lot of this for 3 weeks because it's just Destiny on a phone, except it's what's known as a gacha game, where you get boxes that have random things in it, and you just hope that you get a good character. You can only play as characters you get from these random boxes that you can pay for. You can pay so much money into this game, and so that wasn't fun. That really ruined it for me. It felt like it was a job more than a game to play.
And was this the one that absolutely drained your batteries?
Yeah, it destroyed my phone. I had to. My boss bought me a new phone so that I could play Destiny Rising.
You mean
my
old boss?
Former boss.
Yes,
former boss.
Which that's a tease because we will get into that with our next episode.
I have a new job.
Yes. Hey, stop it! Stop it! Sorry. Is anything else you want to say about that one?
Nope. That was it. It was really fun. I wish it was not so predatory.
So those are our 3 honorable mentions, each one. And now before we get into our top 10, Tommy, do you know how many total games you played for the year?
This year?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a list. Let's see.
Do you need to count quick?
I have 26 games on my list.
Shut up.
Games that could have made it.
That's how many I have exactly too.
That's awesome.
Yes. So yeah, to give you an idea, that's why we have to do the way we do this whole game of the years, because combined we only played 52 games. So.
Yeah, and there's going to be some crossover in those.
So, who do you want to go first?
Who went first last year?
I think I did.
Okay, I have no idea, so I can go first.
let me see here. No, no, I'd rather have, if I go first, does that mean you'll give your number one last?
Let's see. 10, 10, 9, 9. Yeah, it's
Yes.
whoever goes
Okay.
first
So,
would stay there.
so I
'Cause we
want that.
you,
I
you
want
want your
you,
number.
I want your number one to be the last one.
Okay, then you would go first.
Okay, perfect. Because I think you'll, just knowing you, I think you'll be able to say things a little bit more eloquently. So I want us to finish
Very
on
true.
that. So, number 10 for me is a game that I got on Game Pass. Sorry, I was trying to think how I want to describe it. But it was called Little Rocket Lab.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, when I just got into this, when the good old Games Pass did their up, so I lost it, so I cannot play it anymore. But the time that I had with it was very fun. Basically, long story short, with it is it's very Stardew Valley like. With that, where you come back home from something, your mom passed away, I think it was, when she was there, and she was building a rocket. And now that's the whole point of it, is basically you got to help rebuild this town that's starting to fall apart because your mom kind of helped, I think, run everything. But you can set up machines to do everything, and that's the whole point of it, is trying to automate and make things efficient as possible.
You love
For some
doing
odd reason, my brain just clicked with it. And the thing that I love about these games, but also hate, is I feel like they do a very good job explaining and doing the tutorial. But then once the tutorial ends, you're like, where they wanted me to set this stuff up is the stupidest layout possible. Like,
Yeah.
I need to tear everything down now and basically just restart the whole thing. So, yes, number 10 for me is Little Rocket Lab.
Good pick.
Good answer. Family Feud.
In a similar vein, mine is also a management game. My number 10 is News Tower.
Do you want a quick plug? Your News Tower?
I am in the middle, quote unquote, of playing News Tower on our YouTube channel, Tommy and Grant Go Gaming. I haven't as much time as I want to, which is why it's 10. So News Tower, it's a game where you run a newspaper in like the 1920s, 1930s, New York, and it is my dream as a former journalism person, getting to run a newspaper. It is unbelievably in depth in the best way. And I'm making like all these decisions that remind me of back when I was actually working at newspapers. It's just so much fun. But it came out near the end of the year, and I haven't had a lot of time with it. I've only played it for like 2 or 3 hours, but it might be higher on my list this year, honestly, because I definitely plan on playing more of it.
Yeah, and I believe, just to kind of continue your plug and everything, because I want people to check it out because it's really good. It's your 2 episodes, I think, we have uploaded, right? Okay, perfect. Yep. So yeah, News Tower, great pick. I fully expect you know what? I'm going to make my bold prediction for this year, 2026, that will be on your top 10 for next year as well.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
So number 9 for me, we're just going to keep moving this on.
That's what people are here for. Is
Rematch.
Yeah.
Rematch is basically, if you've ever played Rocket League, it's
it's just stupid. Okay, can finish your sentence.
It's Rocket League, but with real people.
And what's Rocket League for the people who don't know what Rocket League is?
It's soccer with cars.
So
remote control cars that can fly.
So Rematch is like Rocket League, and Rocket League is like soccer with people. They have the cars, but Rematch is like Rocket League without the cars.
I love that description, because when it came out, that's what everyone said. Like, oh, this is like Rocket League. And I'm like, no, this is just soccer.
Yeah, for people who are into games, it makes total sense. But if you're not.
No, it's basically soccer, but it's like 3-on-3. I think you can go up to 5-on-5, and it's surprisingly very tough to like master. And so I think I haven't put a ton of time into this, but the big thing that I love about Rematch is you basically can play any positions. You can be the goalie, you can be like the people who. So let me back up. Sorry, you can either be the goalie or you can be like one of the attackers and all that. And I really love being the goalie, but it's a ton of pressure because you have to like stop it. I found out that I did really good as like if I played a defender type role, but again, I could go up and move wherever I want type thing. This I feel like would be a very good game if I had some friends who actually played, like to be able to communicate.
Like when we played Rocket League.
Oh,
when that
yes.
came out.
Yes, I would agree with that. So, and you played a little bit of Rematch, didn't you?
I
as
did.
well?
I played a
Okay.
few matches. It was way. It looks easy on its surface, but it's got
Oh,
a
yes.
lot of depth, and it takes a
Yeah.
lot of practice to get good at it. And I did not want to put the time into it.
Yeah. So but that's why it's so low, because I did, and I felt like I got decently well at it. Not like, I wouldn't even say I was average, but I
Mhm.
felt good enough that I'm like, okay, if I get in with the same people who are maybe beginners, I'll be able to play even with them or just be a slightly better than them. Like, that's where
Mhm.
I felt I was. So, number 9, Rematch. Ooh, puppy agrees with me.
Walter, stop! What are you barking at?
He's
Stop!
like, Tommy, give me number 9. Come on. Tell Grant that Rematch sucked. It should be higher or
Standing there.
lower.
Number 9 for me, the 9th best game I played this year is Forza Motorsport,
Oh,
which is a
I can I just stop a minute? I love that
yeah.
we do this because we don't tell each other what's on our list. I mean,
No.
my list is on our shared drive, so you can clearly see what it is,
Oh,
but
I
you never
haven't looked.
look. So just always fun to see what games you have. Sorry.
No, I agree. Forza Motorsport is a racing game that came out in 2023. I didn't play it back in 2023 because I'm not a racing game kind of guy. But within the last 2 years, I've gotten really, really into Formula One racing in a crazy way. And this year, during the breaks between races, I was like, I need more racing in my life. Let me find a racing video game. And so I tried the Formula One racing game and was like, this sucks. This isn't fun. And so I downloaded Forza Motorsport, and I was like, this is awesome. This is what I wanted. So for like 3 weeks to a month, maybe, I was just playing nothing but Forza Motorsport. All I would do is I would buy the lowest level car, the cheapest car. I would race with it until I had enough money to buy the next lowest level car. I didn't do the career mode or anything. I was just buying cars and doing races. I was just doing it for the love of the game. And it's the physics in the game are so incredible. Like every time I'd load into a race and I'd see it was raining, I was like, "Oh, this is going to change how I have to do everything. I'm going to have to be careful around the corners."
So you
I
wouldn't know what the weather was until you loaded the.
No, you don't know what the weather is until the day comes, Grant. That's how weather works.
Yeah,
Um,
but I didn't know, like, if, like, leading up to it, you could look at the forecast like normal people do.
no, I would just pick races. There's no
Okay.
schedule or anything. Um, a reason that it's so low on my list when I loved it so much is there's no qualifying, which is really bizarre to
Oh,
me.
you did hate
You
that.
you do your practice runs just to learn the track a little bit, and then when race day comes, you just pick where you want to start on the grid. You can pick to start third, I think is the highest you can pick,
Oh,
and
so
you
you could.
get
Okay.
more money the farther back you start if you finish first. But I just hated that. I was like, why not just let me qualify?
So where would you pick yourself to start normally?
They After your practice runs, it actually gives you a predicted finish based on where you pick. So I would go to wherever it picked me not to finish first. So I would go, uh, if it said like if I picked fifth and it said predicted finish first, I would keep going down until it said second.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
I see.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Oh,
That's
okay.
number 9.
Perfect. Number 8. Actually, when I was looking at my list and I saw this one, I'm like, okay, I kind of have to put this one on. This is one of only 4 games that I completed this year.
Ooh,
And all 4 I felt had to go on my list because of that. So they'll be somewhere. But this first one is High on Life.
yeah, I played a bit. Was that this year, or did you just play it this year?
No. So here's the story with High on Life. I actually started it probably in 2024.
Okay.
Um, I went to upload one of my saved files one time and it would not load correctly.
Oh.
So I kind of just stopped. I was like, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so then when I saw it earlier this year. I know it was actually probably late in the year when I saw it. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to reinstall it and see what happens. Well, my save file is still there. So I'm like, oh, let's click it. Lo and behold, it now loads. So pretty much had to just install the game and it would have
Sure.
worked. And I literally had like a half hour left.
Wait, really?
Yes,
That's
of the
funny.
game. Like, yeah, I was on the final mission. But I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So I'm
Dang, I had no
counting it
idea
as a
you played that
completed
so
game.
far.
So I'm counting it as a completed game. Basically, I guess I should back up. High on Life is a game by one of the creators who did Rick and Morty.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it's basically the same comedy with that, but basically
He does the
Earth,
voices.
yep, Earth is invaded by aliens who get high on humans by like sucking on them. I don't know if they actually eat them. I think they just like basically, and basically when there's something in the aliens that basically drug the humans, so they just become like lifeless corpse of drugs, basically. And your goal is you need to go save them. You get all these weird and wacky guns that talk to you because they're actually alive. And non-spoiler, sort of spoiler, their guns actually play a huge part in the story. Like their backstory plays a huge part of the story, which is kind of cool. So, yeah, High on Life would be that. If you're a Rick and Morty fan and you have some time, I'd highly recommend it. I think honestly, it's maybe like a 7-hour, 8-hour game. I don't know if I had to guess, but like, yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it.
It's rare to have games that try to be comedic as one of like the pillars that are actually funny, and that one did it for me.
Yeah, and some people kind of they said that I read some things is that like they got sick of the voices and all that and everything, which you can, but like that type of humor is me. Like for example, one of the big things at the beginning is you are given a choice to shoot a kid or not. Like at the beginning,
he's
like
really annoying, annoying.
And he's that's the whole bit is he is just trying to be annoying as you, and he's actually telling you, go ahead, shoot me, do it. You don't have the guts, like all that and everything. And then like once you put the gun and you like aim at him, your gun starts talking to you, like, whoa, what are you doing? Like this is a kid, and everything. It's so great. And like I think I didn't kill him. But I think you can, and if you go back to the mom and everything, like the mom's not even sad. She goes, yeah,
she's like,
kind of annoying.
So I think I did kill him.
So that's just like the kind of humor they have. They have like Care Bear characters in it too that can kind of get a little nasty and dirty and stuff. Like it's so good. So, but the reason it's not higher on my list, if we're like with that, is because I literally only played 30 minutes to beat it. So
it counts.
Number 8.
Number 8 for me is a game called Overwatch 2, which might be a surprise. No, I have a good explanation for this. I have been playing Overwatch 2 with my wife, brother-in-law, and friend for years now. We play multiple times a week.
You could maybe say decades.
It hasn't been decades. It's our hangout game, and usually it's just Overwatch. Nothing's like when Overwatch 2 came out, they made a bunch of big changes, but nothing too crazy. This year, they made a monumental change where they added what are called perks to the game. So for the first 8 or 9 years of Overwatch's existence, every character was static in their abilities. Most characters had an ability that you would hit E to use or hit Shift to use, and an ultimate ability that you would hit Q to use. And that was it. Every once in a while, characters would get rebalanced or whatever. They would change the stats of everything, but that was it. 2 abilities and an ultimate, essentially. Some characters had more, some characters had less. This year, they added perks, which, so when you're playing a game, you have a little level up bar. The more people you kill, the more people you heal. It fills up. Once it gets to level 1, you pick between 2 different perks for your character, which can change your abilities or give you some sort of passive thing. Or change the character completely. Level up again, you get a major perk, which changes the character in a huge way. And so what this does is it allows you to make different builds for your character in the match as it's happening. It allows for way more customization, way more options and stuff. It just like kind of changes the game. It lets you see characters and situations in a new way. And I was very against it when they first announced it. I was like, this is not Overwatch that I want. I don't want to have to learn all these things. And after playing it, we all love it. I can't imagine playing this game without perks now. It would be so boring. It was a huge change that they made the game better. I'm having so much fun with playing with my friends and my wife, and that's why it's my number 8 game this year.
You actually challenged me on this one.
What do you? Oh, I did. Yeah.
You gave me the challenge.
And you often did not pick your perks when you.
I didn't
leveled them
pick
up.
Perks at all. I still have no idea what they are. So it's fun listening to you because I'm like, I missed out a lot on that game. So yeah, if you want to see someone really bad at playing Overwatch, go ahead.
Cannot recommend it enough.
Go to our YouTube channel and watch me. I think the challenge was I just had to get play of the game.
You had to play of the game,
and
which technically is a 1 in 10 chance in each game.
Yes, and it only took me 3 episodes,
which is crazy.
Yes. Yeah, we've had like those videos, like we made some shorts on them and everything, and those are like our most, and they're not even that popular, but those were the videos that, like most people.
Just as a little tease for what you can look forward to. There's a character whose whole thing is he can turn into a ball, kind of like Samus's morph ball. He can turn into a ball, which lets him move around the arena faster than anyone else. He's the fastest mover because he just turns into a ball and rolls. Grant just walked with him from the spawn to the point, just walked his way over.
People commented on it.
Yeah, like, it's insane that you did that.
Yes. Yeah.
That's his whole thing.
Go check that out and go ahead and leave comments as well on that. Just tell me, like, wow, type thing. So, what number are we on? 7?
7.
Okay, 7 for me is Rayman Origins.
Great game. Fantastic game. When did you play this?
When did I play this?
Yeah.
With my son. That's why it's on the list. And if you remember, last year I also had a game on my list that I played with my son, so I felt like I had another one. Last year was Lego Doom. Star Wars.
Star Wars, that's right.
What'd you say?
Doom.
For my 5-year-old? Come on. Yeah, Rayman Origins, basically, I don't even know what it's about because he just saw it, and I'm like, oh, this is a platformer. You
can play it with him.
Yeah, so yeah, we played that. We haven't beat it. Basically, it got to a point where he got okay at it, but then when it got to the harder levels, he'd get really mad, and then I had to take over. But basically, it's a platformer. You unlock levels and go, but it gets to a point where in order to continue, you actually have to like go back and replay levels and like do certain tasks during it to get more things. Like I'm just gonna call them gems. I know they're not gems, but like
lums.
It's like little floating
lums.
Okay, I'm impressed that you actually know this. Do you like Rayman a lot?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it's fun. He enjoys it. I thought it was a good way to kind of start introducing him to platforms a little bit because I want him to play Mario so bad.
Those are hard games though.
What, Mario or Rayman?
Rayman.
Oh yeah, they are. Like I don't even know. Yeah, I don't even know. Like I'm surprised he did as well as he did before he like said, "Can you take over?" So yeah, that one actually got that high on it because it was just nice memories with my son. It probably would have. It honestly probably I never would have played it, even though and actually played it. We played it on our 360. Like that's what we played it on. So, that's my number 7.
Just real quick, Rayman Legends is the sequel. It's actually even more difficult than Rayman Origins, so I don't know about playing it. You, along with the platforming, you also have to control like the doors moving up and down and platforms moving at the same time that you are running and jumping. So that might be a little much for him.
Yeah, no, he has given up on that, and he has actually, as a tease, we'll see if it makes it this year, but he is really into Minecraft lately. So
that's a good one for the kids.
Yeah, we basically just make a creative world and let him go nuts, like a flat world, and he can build whatever he wants. It's like Legos for him. So, which he loves. So that was my number 7, Rayman Origins.
My number 7 is a game that I guarantee no one listening to this has ever heard of before.
Even me?
Even you. And I'm not even sure if I'm going to pronounce it right. So I apologize.
Is this the Horse Girl game?
No, it's not. It's not the Horse Girl game. That one didn't even make. I didn't even include that in my 26. The game number 7 on my list is Sawayama Solitaire.
I knew the last word.
Solitaire, yeah. Technically, there's a game, I believe it's on Steam as well. It's just called Zachtronics Solitaire Collection. There's a developer called Zachtronics that makes coding video games. And in each of his games, he has a little solitaire mini game that he makes, which is different variations of solitaire. And then the Zachtronics Solitaire Collection is just the solitaire games from those games. There's 6 or 7 in them. I only care about Sawayama Solitaire. It changes solitaire in such an amazing way that makes my brain happy. Let me explain it to you. So
Please
you understand the basics of solitaire, right?
Red, black, red, black.
and your goal is to get the cards in order from ace to king on the piles.
Yep.
And
And
you
then when you
draw
get it,
cards.
and then when you get them all, then it shoots on your screen.
Yeah, it
the nice
shoots
little-
on your screen.
Yes.
Yep.
Do you know what I'm talking about, though?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The-
Absolutely.
The old
100%.
school solitaire.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Thank you.
This one doesn't do that.
Okay.
So there are some huge differences. So in regular solitaire, you can have draw 1 or draw 3, where you draw 3 cards and you have to do the card on top first, and then when you draw again, you put them on the bottom, and you can continue cycling like that. In Sawayama solitaire, you draw 3, and then when you draw 3 again, it stacks on top of them. They don't go to the bottom of the pile. And then you draw 3 and draw 3 until all of the cards are out. There's no reshuffling the deck. Once you draw those cards and draw on top of them, you have to get rid of the other ones to get to them.
Okay.
They are permanently drawn. Then, once you have all the cards out, where your draw pile was is now a free space. You can put a card up there whenever you want, move it back whenever you want. It's just an additional free space that you didn't have before. That's it. But it opens up so much possibilities, so much strategies. Yes. I played this game every day until my goal was to win 1 game for every day of the year. And because I got a new phone, it erased my win total. I believe I was up.
So this was I might have missed it. Sorry, this was a mobile game.
Yeah, I have it on my phone.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I was up over 100 wins for sure. I don't think I got to 200, but now it says I'm at 2 because I opened it up again recently, and because I got the new phone, it erased all of them. I was like, that's sad, but it just. I've seen some people. I looked it up on Reddit because I was like, this thing's great. I love this. Is any other puzzle people liking this? And all the comments I saw were like, is it even possible to win at this? This is too hard. And it is very hard. You have to rewire your brain and relearn how the strategies work. But once you get it down, it's so fun. And that's why it's my number 7 pick.
Nice. Are we on 6? Is that what
6?
I need to number these better, so because I actually
don't have mine numbered either.
Okay, 6 is Hogwarts Legacy for me.
Okay.
You looked a little like, okay. So I
didn't know you played it.
Yeah, I told you to go get it.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you played it. Is this when it was free on the Epic Store?
Yeah, well, it's actually on Game Pass now, but it
is.
I also did snag it on the Epic when it was free because I'm like, I want to make sure I have this. You never said you
played it. You never told me.
Yes. So here's the thing: is, it's basically you're role playing as a student at Hogwarts, and there's a mystery
in the past.
Yes, in the past, and there's a mystery that you got to go. So it's very similar, like if you've ever read the books. I'm going to say read the books because the movies sometimes take stuff out. So if you've ever read the books, you know,
or change things.
Yeah, every year there's a mystery or something has to do, and it takes usually the whole year. Well, this is what this is leading towards. I like it. It's fun. I enjoy it. I've been playing it casually here and there. I think I'm about 8 hours in, I think is what my thing says. I have one small problem with it.
What is it?
It is a game, and I don't like when games do this, but in order to continue the main story, they block you sometimes until you reach a certain level. So they are forcing you to do side quests and do other things, which I don't like.
Yeah.
Like, I wish the games would just let me play. So, for example, I'm kind of at a point right now where I can continue the main quest, but I have to. It's basically telling me straight up, like, you have to do 3 side quests before you can even open this. Like, it's like literally saying that almost, and I'm just like, I don't really care about these side quests though. I don't care that I need to go buy a broom. I don't care that I need to go brew these potions. Like, and I get it's trying to make it so that you are a life of a student, that you just can't be focusing on the mystery, like that there's still your life going on, you know, at the school, and you have to learn. So other than that, like I said, if you are a Harry Potter fan and you like that and you have time, I would highly recommend it. That's why I haven't played enough of it to probably make it higher. I'm guessing maybe if I had played more, it might end up higher. I'm going to probably play more some this year, so we'll see if it makes my list.
I've heard it's surprisingly long.
Yeah, my neighbor played it, and he's like, "Oh," he goes, "Yeah, it was pretty good." And I'm like, I get and I'm like, he also has way more time than I do, so
Mhm.
I don't know. And I also have some other stuff that's on my plate that I want to play before, so we'll see if I go back to it. But for now, I would say I played enough of it that compared to other games I played, that it, was number 6 for me.
Yeah, we did it again. Number 6 for me is also an RPG.
Oh, nice.
It is Final Fantasy, the original.
I was
for
gonna
the-
see if this made it.
Yep. I played this for my podcast series, Final Fan Tommy, where I promise this game isn't on here just for me to plug it. I'm playing through every Final Fantasy game in order. I'm going to start recording Final Fan Tommy 2 soon, but that game did not make my top 10 list or my honorable mentions. Final Fantasy 1 did. What a pleasant surprise. I went into this game terrified that it was going to be like an old school game where like nothing's clear, where you don't know where you're supposed to go. It's like riddled with bugs. And this game was riddled with bugs. I just got extremely lucky that I did not encounter them. But it's this one is heavily D&D inspired, Dungeons and Dragons inspired, with the classes and spell system. And it was just like such an adventure. I could not believe that this game was made in 1987. Like, a huge world to explore. The combat was fun and interesting, and I always, it was almost like each combat encounter was like a puzzle to solve. The way that the world kind of, I don't want to get like too overboard with it, but like you start only able to explore this very small space. Then you do something and unlocks a bridge, which lets you explore more of the world. Then you get a boat, which lets you explore more of the world. Then you get someone to open a canal, which lets you explore more of the world. It just like, as you're completing the story, it just like opens up more and more of the world until you can explore the whole thing, and that's really cool. There's tons of dungeons and places to explore, and the story is surprisingly competent, I guess I would say. There's hardly any dialogue in the game. Everyone just says like one sentence, and there's not even like, you can only not even like names of people too often, and it kind of gets out of hand near the end in ways that you would not expect a Dungeons and Dragons inspired game to get to. But overall, I really had a fun time with it, and it got me off on a great start for playing Final Fantasy games. I would surprisingly recommend it to people if you've got the time to and want to experience a good old school RPG.
Nice.
That was number 6.
Number 5 for me is excuse me, Rise, Son of Rome.
Yes, I do remember you playing this one.
And the only reason this is on my list again, like I said, because I only completed 4 games. This was one that I did, and I felt it had to be on. Basically, Rise of Rome, long story short, I'm not going to talk a ton about it, but it's basically a hack and slash. You're Centurion, Roman gladiator,
Yes.
maybe. I not a gladiator because they fight. But
No, you're
like
right. It says Centurion.
excuse me. And you basically just go through, and your family, I believe, if I remember right, I played this way at the beginning of the year, so I'm trying to remember a little bit of it. But
This came out in 2013, by the way.
Yeah, I just was looking for something to play, and I just picked this one day, and I was like, well, I finished it. It was good. It was number 5 just because I liked the buttons. It was very easy to play, simple. The story was surprisingly good. I knew you could kind of see the twist was coming, but they still delivered well at the end of it. But so yeah, that's mine. Rise, Son of Rome, number 5.
Number 5. Number 5 for me is Pokemon, the card game Pocket, which was on my list last year at number 4.
Nice.
I played it again. I've continued to play it every day. It's my big obsession. Let's see how many cards I have now, actually. That'll be fun. How many cards have I collected? Give me a couple seconds. This won't take too long. Opening the app. I have... It's going to be embarrassing if it doesn't tell me a total. 7,980 cards.
Okay, nice.
I've been playing a lot. Why it's still on my list this year. Last year, it was just a neat little game. They gave you 2 free packs of cards a day. There was fun battling. But what made the game, they're releasing new packs every month, and they are not afraid to shake up the meta. They are giving cards that are crazy, that like completely shake up everything. It's not just like releasing cards for fun. It's releasing cards that make you rethink the battling and stuff. And I'm happy that they're keeping it fresh.
And I didn't do a ton. I don't think I did any battling when I played it. I just collected.
It's definitely the focus.
Yeah, and that's why I think I backed out after a while, because I'm like, I enjoy collecting them and trying to complete sets. But I'm like,
all I do is make decks. They have ranked
see, and I just can't get into that, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. So good for you for sticking with it. So you said that was number 4 last year, and
yeah,
now
it's number 4.
Nice.
There are just better games this year, is why it dropped.
So we're entering now the top 5. So we just did 5. So now 4.
Okay. The top 4.
Is Gears 2 for me.
Ooh, that is a good game.
Yes, Gears of War 2.
When did that come out?
Go ahead and look that up. If you remember from last year's Game of the Year awards, my goal is to play through the trilogy again. I unfortunately didn't play a ton of Gears. Didn't play a ton of Gears 2 this year, but enough that it's still one of the best games that I've ever played. I'm not ready for the gut punch that's going to happen in it. I have not got to that part in the story yet, but I know it's coming. I think that's actually where I stopped. I think we are just getting ready to get to the underground hive. But yeah, Gears 2, I'm hoping that for next year, I'll be able to throw Gears 3 on my top 10, because most likely if I get to that, it probably will. So, but yeah, Gears of War 2, number 4.
Number 4 for me, Okami, which is a game that came out. What?
I've never heard of this game, so.
Oh, yes, you have. I sent you the X-Play review of it. Came out in 2006. It's I guess you could call it an action adventure game, maybe an RPG.
Oh, is this the dog one or
wolf
one? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And you paint
Amaterasu.
Things. You paint, yes.
Yeah, and this game has been on my to playlist since 2006 when X-Play gave it a 5 out of 5. And I just never got around to it. I guess I did play it on my Nintendo Wii, but it was bugged to where the painting didn't work right, and there was internet back then, but not a lot, so I just didn't even know that it was a bug. I was just like, something's not right here. So I finally got around to playing it this year, and what a game! What a video game! It's so fun. The world is in the Japanese manuscript art style. I don't know what you call it.
It's a beautiful game.
Gorgeous. It's like you're playing in a painting, and you actually you can at any time you can pause the game and it covers it in paper, and you can draw different things. That you can like draw a bomb and it explodes something. You can draw wind curls and it makes the wind blow. You can draw a sun in the sky and it makes the sun come out.
And that's part of the game, right? Like it's just not a fun.
That's how you solve puzzles and do the combat.
Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm. You do slashes with the things. It's really creative how it uses that in combat and exploring the world. It's a lot like a Legend of Zelda, I guess. Now that you know that.
Yes. Yes, that's a good thing, or a good way to kind of describe it.
I never completed it though.
Okay, I forgot you played this, but I remember you were you shared a lot with me about the puzzles and everything.
I would love to go back and finish it. I just feel like it's a longer game than I was anticipating.
Is the life of us just we have no time to play.
Yeah.
So, that was number 4. Anything else? Sorry.
Nope, that's it.
Perfect. And here we go. We are now into top 3 for each of us. Number 3, I think, is going to surprise you. Trackmania.
Oh, that does surprise me. That really surprised me. It's a great game.
Trackmania. For those who maybe don't know, it is a free. It's technically a free game, but there's certain things that are behind paid wall with it. But
you only get the first 10 tracks of each season, and they have a new season every 3 months.
Basically, you are. I mean, how I just described to people is you're a Formula 1 race car, basically, and you get, like he said, there's 10 tracks that they create, and basically you are just going for the best time, and you just do it. And most of these tracks, I would say, you can complete them like 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Sometimes less, sometimes more.
Yeah, but average is probably 30 seconds. And it keeps track of like how you rank in the world, globally, and even at the state level.
At the state level.
So it's fun with that. And if you have enough friends, you can also like go against each other with all of that and just times. And it's actually your fault that it's this high because I think that was you.
I challenged you,
but I never did this challenge.
You completed it on your very first lap of your very first attempt.
Oh yeah, but I never uploaded it. That's right.
Yeah, because
it was
30-second video.
But because of that, I just got hooked again, and it's just nice to load play, and it's very similar to what Fall Guys was for me last year, and that's why I think it's so high. But I will say the 2 games above it, I think you will not be shocked why they beat them when we get there. So Trackmania number 3.
Okay, my number 3. We're not going to get to talk about it yet because I know it's higher on your list. Is Avowed. Am I right?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Well, do I talk about it or do I wait?
Do you? Well, I mean, yes, it's on my list, but you can talk. Like, how much do you want to just wait and then talk about it? Is that what you're saying? Because earlier you said when we did this that we would just talk so we each have a chance. But knowing that it is one of my top 2, which
I can just talk about my experience quick because we did have very different experiences with it.
Okay, so you're number 3. Why don't you do this? Give your very quick synopsis.
It's a Obsidian RPG. If you know who Obsidian is, they make RPGs. The Fallout New Vegas, Outer Worlds, older stuff that I'm forgetting they're famous for. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, I guess, or 2. Knights of the Old Republic 2. Anyways, that's not important. It's a fantasy RPG, kind of like Skyrim, I suppose, except it's way more fantasy.
I describe it to people. No dragons, but it's way more fantasy. But it plays like Skyrim.
Yes, first person and everything. And it's in the Living Lands. It's part of the Pillars of Eternity franchise, which I am not familiar with at all. It takes place on an island called the Living Lands, where typically people in this universe, when they die, are reincarnated, but they are not on this island. And you are sent there for, I don't even remember the reason, but you just go on a big adventure. It's got tons of variety.
We'll talk more about it. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm sure you remember
more. We'll get into it more.
The combat is so fun. The ways that you can change the world based on your choices are crazy.
Yep, which we'll get into. We will talk about.
And I made some very drastic choices, different than my friend Grant.
Which
we got very different outcomes.
Yes, which we will talk about. So I think that's a good tease. That's all you need to know. We will continue this conversation.
Okay.
So, this next game is going to give away what my number 1 is, but my number 2 is Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons.
Yes, you did play that this year.
Again, this is my second playthrough, and I actually on Superpod Network wrote a piece on it.
Yes,
on my 2,
very good one,
because I think I played them almost exactly 10 years apart. So I wanted to, and I remembered my first time playing through. So the whole point of it to play it again was because I played it to write the piece was my intention, and I wanted to see if my emotions were the same. And they were for the most part. So Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, basically you can play it with someone else if you want to, but
I don't think that's the recommended way. You can.
No, it is not. So the recommended way is basically you are controlling an older brother and a little brother. One is controlled by one analog stick, the other one's controlled by the other, and you just basically go in
the triggers.
Yes, and the triggers. And you just go through this world. They don't talk. There's no talking whatsoever. But the whole point is your father is sick and you need to go somewhere to get this magical flower that will save him. And you guys go on a journey, the 2 brothers. And it's emotional. It is. It's very well done. I don't want to spoil anything with it because if you've never played Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, I highly recommend it. It is just so good. The people who made it, in case people are wondering, they also made, why am I blanking?
I'm blanking too.
A Way Out.
It Takes Two.
It Takes Two, and then Split Fiction. Yep.
Mhm.
And then also that did they say that right away out the prison game?
Yep.
I think
Yep.
they made that one as well,
They
right?
did. Mhm.
So, but this was their first game, I think, that kind of made them well known. So,
Yep.
just go play it, people. It's like
Really
maybe
creative.
yes,
Incredibly creative
it's almost. I think it's only like 4 hours, maybe is what
at
it
most.
takes. Yeah. So, yeah, Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. Check it out. Also go to Superpod Network. I think you just have to search my name. I don't know. I can't remember how you can find our blogs, but it's there.
Okay, ready for
But
mine?
so people, you obviously know what my number one is now. But anyway, number two for you.
I'm breaking our game of the year discussion. I don't have a number 2 game. I have 2 number 1s
Oh yes,
because
you told me this. You
because
asked
I
if you could do this.
cannot pick between these 2 games.
So
So
give me your 1B.
I have a 1B and a 1A, which they are equal.
Yeah.
They're equal, and I'll explain when I get to both of them. 1B is Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Everyone's one game of the year this year.
Didn't even make my top 10.
No, and that's okay.
I only played 30 minutes of it, so
If you're anyone who's into games, you know everything about this game. But if you're not, it's from a French studio. It's their first game they've ever made, and it's essentially their attempt to make a Final Fantasy game, I would say. Turn-based combat, epic exploration, lots. The cool thing with the combat is it's the best combat I've ever played in any RPG. Each character has mechanics that are unique to them, almost like they're from totally different games. They're not even close to comparable, and yet they somehow synergize with each other, so that like your attacks from one character can affect the attacks of another character on your team, and you can. It's got ways to build characters in crazy, crazy ways. It's funny. The story's funny. It's heart wrenching. There are twists and turns that I literally have never seen in any game before. The
if
music
you
is
if you've
fantastic.
if you've been able to avoid spoilers for this game and are
Mhm.
interested, like go play it. Like it's
Yeah,
very, very good.
yeah. Fantastic story, fantastic music, fantastic art direction. It's just perfect at everything, and it's unbelievable that this is the studio's first game. And yeah,
Yeah, no, great. I figured that was actually going to be one of your, like, I thought it was actually going to be your game of the year. So I'm curious
it
what.
technically is.
Yes, but I'm curious what your one that was just.
Mhm.
I'm trying to rack my brain now.
It'll make you'll when you
I'm
hear it,
gonna
you'll.
I'm gonna give my number one because we're gonna talk a little
Uh-huh.
bit about it, and then I'm gonna pause for a second, and I'm just gonna see if I can think of. I'd actually, you know what? No, I'm not because I can't even think of what it is
It's
until
gonna
I
be
hear it.
super duper obvious when I
Yeah.
say it.
My number one though is Avowed. I'm not gonna
Mhm.
waste any time.
Yeah,
Tommy, it was Tommy's 3. He talked about it.
it would be my number one any other year. We had well, I'll
Yeah.
we'll talk about Avowed first.
So, the thing that I loved about Avowed, along with everything that Tommy has said, you know, the very Skyrim like, great to me, a very good story.
Yes,
So basically, to kind of add on to you, and kind of that's why I kept interrupting you because I
I
wanted to get
forgot a
into
bunch
it.
of stuff.
Yes, but basically, you come to this world and you are, oh shoot, I don't even remember what they're called, but
Mm-mm.
they're godlikes. That's what they're
Yes,
called.
yes.
So basically,
Mhm.
you have a deformity that you get to pick, like all that, and
You have
that's
to have it.
yeah, this, and it's a sign that the gods have touched you, so you should have extra powers and everything with it and everything, and that's the whole point of it. So then
And
you
this
are
is a god that no one recognizes.
yes,
No one
that
knows who this god
you're
is.
just like, wait, who is this god? And I think godlikes haven't been around for a bit. I think
They've
either. So
been
this is
disappearing. They're murdered or falling. Yeah,
so you end up being sent to this island that he talked about because it's dying and there's something
that's
going
right.
on there. And so when you get there, you realize you are being communicated with a god,
hmm
but you don't know anything about this. It's hinted that it possibly could be your god,
hmm
but it's never confirmed. And I can't remember if it ever was truly confirmed that it was
It
yours.
is. Yeah.
So, but the thing
Spoilers,
that
I guess. Oops.
yeah, if you've made it this far, whatever. The big thing though that I loved about this is decisions you make can affect the world. Now they are pre-programmed, kind of like pass, like almost like a spider web type thing. If you
Mhm.
pick this, it's gonna branch into this. So me and you played it. We almost played it. We tried to play at the same pace
Mhm.
because we wanted to see what would happen with it. And I would say for the first, probably third, maybe half, we picked all the same stuff
Yeah, because we're
without
similar
talking to each
people.
other.
Yeah.
Yes. But then that's when things got weird because
Yes.
then we started picking different things. And I think I got ahead of you and I
Mhm.
was like, oh, I can't wait until you hear this, and everything. And yeah, it's just so good
The
because you are given multiple times to like, hey, like for example, at one point you are given an option where it is you can either destroy this part of this temple
Mhm.
that will basically allow it so that like no
It'll
gods or something with the gods
it'll
are
accomplish the goal you were sent there for, but it'll erase their history because it's their
yes,
temple.
or you can cure the disease.
Mhm. And wouldn't that
But
kill
but
people?
but it would kill
Random people? Yeah.
like I think they said 1/3 of the population,
Yes.
but it would
Of
never
the island.
yeah, the disease would never come. Well, that region, because remember
Yeah.
there's 4 different regions of the
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah. That region, yeah.
we picked different things for that one. Like
Mhm.
we did, so it went there. You are given opportunity after opportunity to decide with the bad person. And I put that in quotes because I'm curious what would happen. None of us picked her. Like we
No.
didn't
You
peer
can, though.
yes. Um but the cool thing is, and this is gonna be my last thing to talk about it because this is what really got me hooked, is at one point you walk out of a cave of the story and you look in the distance and a city's on fire.
Mhm.
And I was just like, oh, this is like part of the story, and everything.
Yeah, let me go and fix it.
Yeah. No, you can't. Like all that. And then I
It's because of
read,
the decisions you made. Sorry, go on.
yes, sorry, it's because of the decisions you made earlier.
Mhm.
And as a matter of fact, I think if we looked it up, and if I remember right, it was a side mission that if you had done it, it would have prevented that. But you had
It's
to discover that.
Yes, it's I remember this one because I got very close. Um, you do a side mission, and at the end of it, there's a group. Do you remember what the group is called? The
No,
Iron,
I always want to call them the
the
Imperials, but I know
Garrote,
that's
the Steel
that's
Garrote,
yes,
the Steel
yes,
Garrote. They're the bad group that is going around causing mayhem everywhere that you're trying to stop. And you do this side mission that's completely unrelated to the main mission. And at the end of it, the person you're chasing reveals, yeah, the Steel Garrote's in a hiding place right up under that waterfall there. And the side quest ends with that. It does not tell you to go up to it. It doesn't tell you anything else. You just went on with your life. You went on exploring. I went up to that waterfall where they were hiding. I went in there and they were like, "Oh, what are you doing here? Our boss is going to call you to talk later," because they think that you're on their side because
yes,
technically you're
yep,
working for the same people. And they're like, "Just we'll call for you when we need you. Just come back later." And I was like, "Okay, cool." If you go in there, you can kill them all. You can stop them, and that saves the city
yes,
because they are going to raise the city after that. I don't think you quite got to that part, but the smoke that you see is the city destroyed. You can't go into it
yes.
anymore.
Nope, you can't go into it. It's completely gone. And this is like at the halfway point of it too.
Hmm.
So at this point, I'm just like, what?
But you can save the
So
city
yeah.
in a
So it's just
um
stuff like that.
yeah.
They just do a good job at small side things. If you discover them, you can
Yes.
actually affect the story as you go through. So
The last thing I'll say is just that it's not often that a game's themes jump out at me and like make me rethink about things. The
yes,
themes of this game, as we mentioned, you go to the living lands and it's dying, and you're trying to figure out what to do about it. The theme of the game is when you have something that's dying, when do you call it off? When do you stop fighting for it? When do you give up? Or do you keep pushing through, even if it's a lost cause? Over and over and over again, the game is like, you cannot fix this. In other games, you're there to fix it and you eventually succeed most of the time. This game, over and over again, it's like, this is probably not fixable. You need to decide what to do. Are you going to try and keep it on life support when it's a lost cause? Are you going to cut it off
mhm.
so that it stops suffering with
which
cities,
is
with people, with
which is interesting because I just realized. Remember the first choice you're given in that game?
yes. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Exactly.
Yep.
That's what I'm
The
talking about.
the
Hmm.
first choice hints at that, which
Hmm.
I just connected right now. Like, oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, Avowed, my 2025 game of the year.
Yes. It would have been mine as well if Claire Obscure and my other number one game
And
didn't
your
come
another
out.
number one is Kirby.
Battlefield 6. Battlefield 6 is my other number one.
Yes, of course.
So just a quick history lesson. In college, I fell in love with Battlefield 3. I fell in love with Battlefield 4. Completely changed how I looked at first-person shooters, multiplayer games. I just fell in love. It was awesome. It was a great time. One of the best times of my video game college life. And then their next game was Battlefield 1, which took place in World War One. And I was like, I don't want that. I'm not going to spend money on a World War One game. I like the future shooters. And then their next game was Battlefield 5, which took place in World War II. And I was like, no, I still don't want that. I don't want to play that. And they didn't review particularly well either. They really took more of a historical approach instead of like a fun multiplayer approach. They were like, we want to tell the stories from World War One and World War II. We want you to experience it, which is fine. That's just not what I wanted. And then Battlefield 2042 came out, which went back to the future setting. They were they tricked me. They were like, we hear you loud and clear. We're going back to the future thing. You guys are gonna love it. And then they completely changed everything about the game. They took away the class system, which is the foundation of the game, where you play specific roles like a medic, a sniper, engineer, etc. And I guess Battlefield is a game where there are vehicles as well as people, soldiers running around. And like I said, you play a class, so you play a specific role that helps your team win. And Battlefield 2042 was very, very bad. It was awful. They had a 10-hour trial for people because it wasn't selling very well. It was getting horrible reviews. I played 2 matches and I was like, this is garbage, complete garbage. And I thought the series was dead. I thought that they had completely killed it at that point because that game was so bad and they obviously completely misunderstood what makes Battlefield good. I was like, that's it. There's no way they can come back from this. And EA, the publisher, took the development from the studio. They took the development from the studio and created new studios and took other studios to make it. They were like, you guys obviously can't do this. We're giving it to someone else. They gave it to the studio with Vince Zampella at the head, who made Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Titanfall, Star Wars, Jedi Survivor. He just does not miss with the games he makes. And were you going to say something?
Did he just pass away?
Yes, he did just pass away a couple of weeks ago.
Yes. Okay.
And everything looked like they were just making a new battle. It looked like a sequel to Battlefield 4. It looks like they went 3-4 this game. The style match, the classes were back, the explosions, the energy, the fun looked like it was there. And I played the beta, and I was like, this is fun. I'm having a lot of fun. This feels great. This feels how I want it to. I'm enjoying the classes. And then the game came out. I got it for my birthday, and it's everything I wanted. It's been out for 2.5 weeks or 2.5 months now. I played it at least every other day. I don't anticipate stopping, and I just never thought that this would happen for me. I thought it was over.
Unless there's something big, this will be your top 10 again. Like you when you tell me you enjoy this a lot, I don't. Yeah, unless there's 10 really good games that come out this year, I think you will continue to just play this. Even if you go away, just hearing, like, when you've texted me or we've talked about it, like, it is, I can hear, like you've said, it's brought that, like you said, the 3 and 4 style back, and that's what the people wanted.
It's a game series that I thought was gone forever. I thought I would never have this again. And so to have it, and it could have been like, oh, they did it again, but I'm an older person now. I'm not the same person I was in college. This isn't fun to me anymore. But it's not. It's exactly what I always wanted. And that's the reason I can't pick between this and Clair Obscur is because they're totally different games.
Yes.
They're totally different. I don't know how you could possibly compare them. They're both perfect in my eyes in different ways that there's no way to differentiate between them.
Nice. So no, I'm not surprised by those two. Now that you say that, that'd be so. So to recap, just our number ones again. Number 1 and my game of the year for 2025 was Avowed. Great game, play it. And your games of the year were...
my number 1 games are Clair Obscur, Expedition 33, and Battlefield 6.
Perfect, awesome.
A match made in heaven.
Always want to just plug this if you have been through the whole thing with us listening. If you are on YouTube, feel free to subscribe, like, all that stuff.
Tell
Comment
us
what
your
you
game of the year.
Yeah, I was gonna say comment what you want the
Everyone
game of the
comment
year.
Claire Obscure. I know it is.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be the game that came out this year. Any game, comment that. Let's see. I want to see what that is. Maybe we'll take a poll. We'll give updates on that. So, yeah, we're just over an hour here, Tommy. It's fun. This is a fun episode. I enjoy
It's
this.
my favorite episode of the year.
It is by far. So,
Now we got to go back to our regularly scheduled programming.
Yes, we do.
Our agenda has gotten fat in these weeks off.
It has pH fat
Mm-hmm.
as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, again, just want to thank everyone. And Tommy, you know the drill. Take us out.
Those were the best games of the year, better than all the others. And there are gonna be more games coming out this year, and I hope they're just as good.